Hi friends, I welcome you all to my YouTube channel. I congratulate you all who have cleared IBPS SOIT mains. Now you are just one step away from your final success. Now I will tell you some very important things. You will be asked both technical and non-technical questions in the interview, and it is expected that you will give answer of IT related questions as you have applied for IT stream. But it's completely okay if you can't give one or two IT related question, and it is also completely okay if you can't give one or two non-technical GK type question. So even if you can't give answer of 2 to 3 question, it's completely fine. What matter is your personality and how you manage the situation. Now in today's video I will discuss some important questions, top 100 questions that can be asked in interview. At first you will be asked introduce yourself, but many a times you are not asked. I gave interview of SBI SO and NABARD grade A IT officers exam. They do not give me the opportunity to introduce myself. In SBI they directly ask me, why do you want to join SBI? Similarly, the second question can be asked, why do you want to join banking sector? And if you have degree in IT, then how it will be helpful in banking work? If you have work experience, then they can ask you, why do you want to leave your current company and how your experience will be helpful. They can also ask you that you can you can earn more money in private sector, so why do you want to opt for public sector? Actually this question was asked in SEBI interview, SEBI IT officers interview. Then they also might ask you, do you want to go for higher study like MTech, PhD? If yes, then why you are trying for banking sector job, and if not, then why do you not want to opt for that? Then role of IT in banking, and please look for various IT related softwares that are used in banking activity. Then next set of questions can come from your background, your hobby related. For example, here my hobby was painting, so they asked me that who was the designer of Constitution of India. So little bit GK related question of related to hobby can be asked. Then if your college has unique name, interviewer can ask about that name also. Then thoroughly prepare your district, city, town or state, and if your city, town or state is famous for something, do remember that. And also details of your state, for example, who is the chief minister, governor. In one IBPS SOIT exam, he was asked who is the finance minister of your state. Then final year project, when I was giving NABARD grade A officers interview, they were asking me that your final year project was movie recommendation system, so how a recommendation system can be helpful for NABARD. So similar question can be asked in IBPS SOIT exam. Then if you have done your internship, then how your internship experience will be helpful in banking. Then this portion I would say it is not that much important, but if you get time to prepare for it. They sometimes ask some important questions, and about the schemes just remember the objective and if any current affair is there, like NPS Yojana, pension, Atal pension scheme, Jivan Jyoti Bima Yojana, Jan Dhan Yojana, Mudra Yojana, Stand Up India scheme, Startup India scheme. So just go through these schemes once. Remember the objective and if any current related activity is there. Then comes to the technical question. Now I have seen that in various SOIT interview they ask about emerging technologies and how it can be useful for bank. For example, do prepare for blockchain, quantum computing, machine learning, artificial intelligence, chatbot. Please read it. Chatbot, NFC, cloud computing. I mean, what are these emerging technologies and how they can be useful in the bank? Only prepare this much, it will be sufficient. Then key characteristics of cloud computing and which type of services are being used in banks. Similarly, read about deep learning, read about edge computing, and if you have mentioned GitHub in your profile in your CV, then also read about GitHub. I mentioned GitHub in my SBI SOIT profile, so they asked 3 to 4 questions from GitHub. So if you have added GitHub in your CV, do prepare GitHub. Here is Geek for Geek link. Then important Linux command, they sometimes ask it. VPN, how it can be useful. Then firewall, which type of firewall can be used in bank. Then data security related questions can be asked. Encryption, read about it. Then this question is important: which measures will you take to make the website and the apps of the bank safe from cyber attack? Then authentication authorization can be asked. CIA triad, it is also a very important question. Do prepare cyber security related questions thoroughly. And various cyber security attack like SQL injection, zero-day attack, virus, worm, phishing, distributed denial of service, man in the middle attack, and read for these attacks. Then from DBMS, they can ask these questions like which type of DBMS is used in bank. Of course, it is SQL type database, and why it is used. Different types of normalization, ACID property, difference between OLAP and OLTP, it is also very important. Then do read about different type of keys: super key, candidate key, foreign key. Database recovery, questions can be asked from database recovery, it is also important. Then difference between truncate and drop. Then important SQL commands. Then they can also ask you questions from object oriented programming. I have listed out important themes, so do prepare these themes. Then they can ask questions from big data. What are the 5B of big data? Then they can also ask questions from software engineering. In NABARD interview, I was asked this question: software development life cycle, and they also asked me what are the advantage and disadvantage of using waterfall model. So do prepare advantage and disadvantage of various software development models and which model is suitable for bank. Then do prepare about various types of testing, and this question is super important: black box testing versus white box testing. Then this question was asked in previous IBPS SOIT interview, that different types of topology and which topology is used in bank. Then several layers of OSI model, and do prepare various protocols that are being used. In the SBI SOIT interview, this question was asked that what are the new features that were introduced in React 19. Here I have added one. From this link you can read top 50 React questions. Similarly, do prepare top 50 interview questions on Java, MongoDB, Node.js. I mean, if you have worked on this technology, then only prepare, right? Then what is API and different types of API? This question was asked in SEBI IT interview. Then do read about different types of CPU scheduling algorithm, reason for deadlock, why semaphore is used, and key functions of operating system. Then in IBPS SOIT interview, sometimes interviewer asked some contemporary news. For example, what are the reasons of poverty in India? What solution you would suggest, and what are different government initiatives? Similarly, prepare some content regarding unemployment issue, regarding the challenges faced by MSME sector, climate change, pollution, women empowerment, and financial inclusion. Then do read important budget highlights. This part is very important. In the NABARD grade A interview, I was asked that what are the budget highlight regarding artificial intelligence. Similarly, read the highlights of economic survey and read at least last 3 months current affair on banking awareness. You can read it from BPDA or ATA monthly magazine, and these two are completely free. Then also be aware about important banking term. For example, what is core banking solution, what are the current repo, reverse repo, CRR, SLR rate, and what are these things basically. Then you can read about bond yield, Basel III norms. You can read about monetary policy committee. So if you prepare these 100 questions, I can guarantee you will be in a comfortable position to answer most of the questions that can be asked to you.